Hello and welcome to CVR News Network, and you're watching CVR English. The final suspense since a year is over. The neck-to-neck fight between Donald Trump and Kamala Harris is also over, but to a very great surprise, that was not a neck-to-neck phase, but rather it's a one-sided war. Donald Trump has claimed victory in 2024 presidential election, addressing his supporters with a message of reassurance. In his speech, Trump declared, "I won't let you down, America," signaling his commitment to fulfilling the promises he made during his campaign. Trump's statement has been met with excitement from his supporters, who are celebrating what they view as a monumental political comeback. As the former president prepares to begin his next term, Trump emphasized that his focus would be on restoring American greatness, bolstering the economy, and ensuring national security. His victory speech reflects a tone of optimism and determination, with a strong focus on uniting country under his leadership.
Leave the America healthy again. And now he's a great guy, and he really means it. He wants to do some things, and we're going to let him go to it. I just said, but Bobby, leave the oil to me. We have more liquid gold, oil and gas. We have more liquid gold than any country in the world, more than Saudi Arabia. We have more than Russia. Bobby, stay away from the liquid gold. Other than that, go have a good time, Bobby. We're going to be paying down debt. We're going to be reducing taxes. We can do things that nobody else can do. Nobody else is going to be able to do it. China doesn't have what we have. Nobody has what we have. But we have the greatest people also. Maybe that's the most important thing. This campaign has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of American history. They've never seen it. Young and old, men and women, rural and urban. And we had them all helping us tonight, when you think. I mean, I was looking at it, I was watching it. They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They came from all corners, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. We want to have borders. We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time. But we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom. Together we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny. We're going to achieve the most incredible future for our people. Yesterday, as I stood at my last stop on the campaign trail, I'll never be doing a rally again. Can you believe it? I think we've done 900 rallies approximately from them. Can you imagine? 901 something, a lot of rallies.
Trump has made a significant stride in 2024 election, securing the victories in 4 of the 7 key swing states. The strong performance has boosted his momentum as the election results
47th president.
Winning these crucial states positions Trump favorably in the race, as swing states are often decisive in the determining of the overall outcome of the election. The states Trump has won are seen as pivotal battlegrounds, and his successes are reflections his broad appeal across the diverse voter bases. as the remaining states are still being counted. Trump's lead in these swing states gives him a solid foundation for securing victory, and as we all know that Donald Trump has become the first ever president in the United States history on retaining the presidential seat in the position of the former president. Trump, the former president, has lost to Joe Biden in 2020 elections. Now he is enjoying the position of the former president, but yet contested again, and he has become the first ever former president to retain the presidential seat. This election is very historic, and Trump, when he has become the president of the United States, he has become the first ever president who did not had any political background, and probably the first ever president who is a billionaire, probably the first ever president who is the richest in the history. Means the richest president of United States in the history of America. So he was holding all these records when he has become the president for the first ever time. Now, when he has won for the second time, he has got the record of the former president retaining his seat. And incidentally, on both the occasions when he has won against the woman candidates, earlier against Hillary Clinton, now against Kamala Harris. With both campaigns focusing their efforts on the final results, the total complete tally is yet to come, but Trump has won the majority seats.
And your 45th president. And every citizen, I will fight for you, for your family, and your future. Every single day I will be fighting for you, and with every breath in my body, I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have. This is a magnificent victory for the American people that will allow us to make America great again. And in addition to having won the battleground states of North Carolina, I love these places, Georgia, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin, we are now winning in Michigan, Arizona, Nevada, and Alaska, which would result in us carrying at least 315 electoral votes, but it's much easier doing what the networks did or whoever called it, because there was no other path. There was no other path to victory. We also have won the popular vote. That was great. Very proud of that. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. And, winning the popular vote was very nice. Very nice, I will tell you. It's a great feeling of love. We have a great feeling of love in this very large room with unbelievable people standing by my side. These people have been incredible. They've made the journey with me, and we're going to make you very happy. We're going to make you very proud of your vote. I hope that you're going to be looking back someday and say that was one of the truly important moments of my life when I voted for this group of people beyond the president, this group of great people. America has given us an unprecedented and powerful mandate. We have taken back control of the Senate. Wow, that's great. And the Senate races in Montana, Nevada, Texas, Ohio, Michigan, Wisconsin, the great 47th president and your 45th president.
Donald John Trump, known as the billionaire president, born in June 14, 1946. He served as the 45th president of the United States from 2017 to 2021. Trump was born on June 14, 1946 at Jamaica Hospital in the Queens, New York City, the fourth child of Fred Trump and Mary Ann McLeod. Trump received a Bachelor of Science degree in economics from the University of Pennsylvania in 1968. His father made him the president of the family real estate business in 1971. Trump Organization expertise in renovating skyscrapers, hotels, casinos, and golf courses. Starting in 1968, Trump was employed at his father's real estate company, Trump Management, which owned racially segregated middle-class rental housing in New York City's outer boroughs. In 1971, his father made him president of the company and began using the Trump Organization as an umbrella brand.
Donald Trump has always fought for America. Donald Trump has always loved this country.
I would love and I would dedicate my life to this country. This country with the proper leadership can go on to become what it once was.
He's always put us first.
I think people are tired of seeing the United States ripped off. That's why it bothers me so much that when we give this kind of money to the wealthiest countries in the world, and yet for our own people, the homeless, the sick, the poor, the farmers, who are really going through hell right now, those people we're not helping.
Donald Trump has always been there for America.
Somebody has to help this country. If it were me, that'd be fine. I could do it.
How would you like to be remembered?
Well, as somebody that's contributed something to the United States.
Donald Trump has always fought for America. And he always will. Donald Trump has always loved this country.
I would love and I would dedicate my life to this country.
Trump registered as a Republican in 1987 as a member of the Independence Party, the New York State affiliate of the Reform Party in 1999, a Democrat in 2001, a Republican in 2009, unaffiliated in 2011, and a Republican in 2012.
My first day back.
So frankly speaking, if we see he is registered with each and every party, and finally he chose to be in Republican Party in 2012. So frankly speaking, his political ambitions were completely there since the beginning, since he was in the business sector. He participated in so many events, political events. He was the organizer of the Miss Universe pageant, and last but not the least, he even produced the films and he even played cameos in so many Hollywood movies. The most popular movie is Home Alone, in which he played the role of a hotel owner. In that way, parallelly, he was interested in politics too, but never he became the senator or a governor or any congressman. Completely, directly, after he entered as a full-time politician, he directly filed as the presidential candidate in 2016. In this way, he is the only person who did not have any political background as a member of either Senate or the Congress, and directly he was chosen as the presidential candidate, which never happened in the history of America. So many people at that particular time said that this is not a good sign, that presidential seat should be bought directly with money or with billions of dollars. Just becoming the president, there should be an eligibility criteria, and the billionaire should not be an eligible criteria as per many political experts back then. He faced several criticism in this way, not him, but the Republican Party has faced the criticism on how Donald Trump, who already facing so many accusations in tax evasions and so many other things, could become the presidential candidate. But Trump has boldly faced all the criticisms and he directly failed as the presidential candidate. So many people who are so much experienced has trailed in his competition. Trump's political positions and rhetoric were described as right-wing populist, especially he openly propagates his anti-Islamic view, and this has brought him the name as the right-wing populist, which nobody else got. Till then, neither Republican Party nor the Democratic Party, no one was registered as a right-wing populist. No one has got that particular name. only because he directly spoke so many things against his anti-Islamic views, against the Muslims, and also against the illegal migrants. He always concerned about making America great. He felt literally that his predecessor Obama was too much liberal on the migrations and too much liberal on the Islamists, and so he was named as the right-wing populist. In October 2016, portions of Trump's state filings for 1995 were leaked to a reporter from the New York Times. They show that Trump has declared a loss of $916 million that year, which could have let him avoid taxes for up to 18 years. So this particular propaganda of his tax evasion is there since 1995, and why Republican Party has chosen him as the presidential candidate directly without having any political experience remains a big question mark. And thus he has faced criticism that he has bought the presidential seat just by paying the $1 billion or so much amount, hefty amount to the Republican Party. So many times, so many candidates withdraw with the lack of funds. Even his opponent for this current term, Kamala Harris, has also withdrawn the 2020 bid for the presidential election just with one reason, called that she cannot raise funds which could be sufficient for her to campaign and to be the president. So on one hand, so many candidates withdraw their nominations because of the lack of funds, who are having so much political experience, who are internationally well known. And on the other hand, Trump, who has become the presidential nominee without having any political background, raised eyebrows by many political experts. On November 8, 2016, Trump received 306 pledged electoral votes versus 232 for Hillary Clinton, his opponent. Though after electoral defeats on both sides, the official count was ultimately 304 to 227. Trump is the fifth person to be elected president while losing on the popular vote. Kindly note that the US presidential election, which is facing several criticism, that the popular vote does not decide on the presidential candidate, whereas only the electoral votes decide the candidate. Means those who has got more number of votes or more number of seats will not become the president, rather than those who win the larger states like California or Florida. If they win majority of those seats, they will be getting all the electoral votes, and thereby anybody can easily become the president. In this way, Trump has become the president, though Hillary Clinton has received more seats, more popular votes. Just because of the electoral college system, Trump has become the president. Probably he is not the first person who has become the president in such way, but yes, definitely, while facing criticism, he becoming directly the president of United States by not receiving the popular vote is just eyebrow raising question. Nearly 2.9 million fewer votes he received than Clinton. 2.9 million means obviously it is 1/20th of the total number of voters in entire America, which is not a healthier sign. Then electoral college votes have received very much criticism. For the first time in the recent time, when George Walker Bush has become the president against Al Gore, Al Gore also has filed a case in Florida High Court and thereby in Supreme Court. He fought till the end, and this was the lengthiest decision maker election where the president was announced. It has taken several weeks after the vote polling day. Generally, just on the polling day itself, the winner of the presidential election will be declared, like it happened today. But in the year when George Walker Bush fought with Al Gore, it has taken several weeks, several cases in High Court and Supreme Court. Then after Supreme Court ruled out any recount as unconstitutional, at that particular time, George Walker Bush has become the president. And later on, in this particular scenario in 2016, though Hillary Clinton has won the popular vote, Donald Trump, through the electoral college process, he has become the president in spite of getting 2.9 million fewer votes than Hillary Clinton.
Terminate every open borders policy of the Biden administration, stop the invasion on our southern border, and begin the largest domestic deportation operation in American history. Together we will deliver low taxes, low regulations, low energy costs, low interest rates, low inflation, so that everyone can afford groceries, a car, and a home. I delivered you the largest tax cuts in American history, and we'll do it again. We're going to get them lower, but we're going to do something else. No tax on tips. No tax on overtime. And no tax on Social Security for our great seniors. We cannot lose our dollar standard, everything the dollar represents, and we have to continue to have that be the world currency. I will create a government efficiency commission tasked with conducting a complete financial and performance audit of the entire federal government and making recommendations for drastic reform. I will end the Biden-Harris electric vehicle mandate on day one.
I would immediately start with energy. I would drill, baby, drill.
Massively raise wages for American workers and make the United States into a manufacturing powerhouse. Your wages will rise, your costs will fall, your job opportunities will grow. I will make a record investment in hiring, retention, and training for police officers. We will launch a federal task force to dismantle the gangs, the street crews, and the criminal networks that are ravaging our towns. We will stop the invasion, end migrant crime, support our police, strengthen our military, build a missile defense shield all around our country. And I will secure our elections. We have to secure our elections. Our goal will be proof of citizenship and voter ID. Very simple. Take back our campuses for all of the normal students who want a safe place from which to learn. We're going to keep critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools, and we're going to keep men out of women's sports. I'm willing to do whatever I have to do to save our country and to save our Constitution. My first day back in the White House, I'll terminate every open borders policy of the Biden administration, stop the invasion on our southern border, and begin the largest domestic deportation operation.
Donald Trump has a family business. He was a pure business person before entering the politics. He entered into so many businesses, so many businesses that few businesses has even faced the criticisms. Even in India, Trump Towers, a woman single-handedly fought against the Trump Tower, and she has won against Donald Trump, and she has caught the eyes of the entire world. By the time the court has given the final verdict, Donald Trump was the American president in Mumbai. Donald Trump was American president, and this particular case was against Trump constructing his skyscraper in the city of Mumbai. He was a pure businessman, and he was the only president who neither served in the military nor held any government office prior to becoming the president. So in more than 200 years of history, and he was preceded by 44 presidents, but he was the only such president who did not held any government office or who did not serve in military. Because he was a pure businessman, just after college, his father made him enter into the family business, and later on he started leading the family business. Trump is the only US president to have been impeached twice, and this is his black chapter in his entire life. In the year 2019 for abuse of power and obstruction of the Congress after he pressured Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden, and in 2021 for the incitement of insurrection. Trump initially ignored persistent public health warnings and calls for action from health officials within his administration and Secretary Azar. This I am talking about the COVID-19. COVID-19, as we all know, has shaken the entire world. We have seen a complete different lifestyle during the COVID, and so far no one of us has expected that we could see such days where we have to spend our complete time in the four walls, and no one knows what would be happening next time. And United States is the country which has affected the most. Probably the number of people, the death toll would be more in India, but if you see the population size, the death toll in United States was much, much higher. And being the most powerful country in the world, which is considered to have the best health sector, could not face this COVID, and at that particular time United States has to import so many medicines from India. They were not the pioneers in even starting the vaccination before any other country. When COVID-19 was completely warned by WHO in the year 2019 itself, Donald Trump has made a visit to India in 2020. By the time the world was under pressure, the world was under the warning of WHO, but still Donald Trump has faced so much criticism that he is making an international tour with so much public welcoming him, leaving America. And even the person who has spoken many times about illegal immigrants, when the health emergency has come, he did not stop the foreigners, especially the people from China. People say that the people from China who were already infected were not tested at the airports and they were roaming in America very freely, and thus COVID-19 has spread in America with a very, very faster time. He did not declare the complete lockdown. Lockdown was declared individually by the corporates and the states. But as a president of United States, he did not stop anything, and this has faced further criticism. On the other hand, India, who welcomed Donald Trump, over here, Narendra Modi has got more and more political gain when he has declared the lockdown, which is considered to be the historically biggest ever lockdown, because India, being at that time the second most populous country, was completely locked up. Complete nation lockdown has not happened even in China by then. So India is the country who has faced complete lockdown, but United States of America did not, and this was a big blow to the Trump administration. Breaking with precedent, Trump filed to run for the second term. With a few hours of assuming the presidency, he held his first re-election rally less than a month after taking office and officially became the Republican nominee in 2020. But he lost the election to Joe Biden. But Joe Biden, on the other hand, also was not favorite to so many people. He too faced so many difficulties. He too faced so many criticisms, especially when Joe Biden has withdrawn his troops from Afghanistan, and even after 22 years or more than 2 decades of captivity of Afghanistan with American troops, they could not curb Taliban. Immediately when the troops have withdrawn, Afghanistan has gone into the hands of the Taliban immediately. This has become a big blow to the Joe Biden's administration, and Trump was always criticizing this move. 2 wars, Russia-Ukraine war and Israel-Hamas war, are continuing since years. Russia-Ukraine war has completed more than 2 years, and Israel-Hamas war is continuing from more than a year, and it is extending to several other countries, including Lebanon and Iran. Trump said that if he would have continued as a president since 2020, then probably he would not have these wars to have happened. On November 15, 2022, Trump announced his candidacy for 2024 presidential election. He mentioned that rigged election and election interference earlier and more frequently than 2016 and 2020 campaigns, and refused to commit to accepting the 2024 election result. On July 13, 2024, Trump's ear was gazed by a bulletin, an assassination attempt at a campaign rally in Butler Township, Pennsylvania. This has caught the international attention on Trump, because assassinations on the presidents is not a new thing. Till 1960, so many presidents are assassinated. Probably on average, every president once in 20 years were assassinated, and in 1980, Ronald Reagan has escaped that assassination attempt. So till 1980, almost every president once in every 20 years has faced these assassinations, and most of them were killed till John F. Kennedy in 1960. The campaign declined to disclose the medical records. 2 days later, 2024 Republican National Convention nominated Trump as their presidential candidate, with Senator J.D. Vance as his running mate as the vice president.
Get them out of here! Get them out! Face! Yo, you put all of these rings down? Next! Bro. Get out!
Ocean, you're going up.
What's up?
You're going up.
1434 is on the back. You can pick off any else.
Thanks, brother. Yep.
I believe we're good. Let's just get the communication here. Thanks for everything. Keep them coming.
Just heard a couple good snaps. Feeling out over here. So,
Okay.
did he get himself, Mike, or did they get him from over here?
Could you also
The sniper shot.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
The visuals what we have seen just now are the two assassination attempts that has happened, one directly on Trump where his ear was hit, and the second was not direct but with a distance. But yet the two assassination attempts has created a huge wave across America and the entire world, and probably everybody thought that this would be carrying a huge support to Trump. But frankly speaking, that did not happen throughout his election campaign. This was not in the headline later on. Trump has severely criticized Joe Biden and Kamala Harris that they are responsible for the assassination attempts against him, but those are also to some extent faded off. But one important event that has taken place is Trump, even for the second time, was to fight against Joe Biden. In the first debate, Joe Biden fumbled and he faced criticism from his own party. And hence Joe Biden was dropped and Kamala Harris was elected as the presidential nominee from the Democratic Party. So age was the only criteria, frankly speaking, that has impacted on the presidential candidate, because Joe Biden would have continued as a presidential candidate instead of Kamala Harris. Donald Trump, during his first debate with Joe Biden, when Joe Biden fumbled so many times, he said that he is not able to understand Joe Biden's words. And yes, Trump was right at this particular moment, because even the viewers were also not able to understand what Joe Biden was actually saying. He fumbled and he even committed a couple of mistakes in the first debate. And this has created an awe in the Democratic Party. He said so many times, Joe Biden said that he would be continuing as the presidential candidate, but his age was the matter of concern to the entire country. He was mounted so much pressure that at last he has to drop. And thus, Trump had to fight again with a woman candidate, this time against Kamala Harris. Initially, he was fighting with Hillary Clinton, and at that particular time, if Hillary Clinton would have won, she would have set two records. One, the first ever woman president of United States, she would have become, and another, the first lady later on becoming the president. She would have become because her husband, as we all know, Bill Clinton, was the president for 2 terms, and he was considered as one of the most famous presidents in the history of United States, and to some extent in the modern times Bill Clinton was very much famous president. And at the time Hillary Clinton also gained the name of as a first lady, as a most famous first ladies in the recent times. So Hillary Clinton would have become the first lady who could become the president, but it did not happen. The dreams of Hillary Clinton were shattered twice. Once from her own party when Obama had overtaken Hillary Clinton and he has become the president of United States, and later on after Obama, after 2 terms of Obama, even Hillary Clinton had to face the defeat against Donald Trump. But Hillary Clinton has got more votes, more popular votes, but just because of the electoral college system, Donald Trump has become the president of United States in the year 2016. And 2024 election was historic in many further ways. If Kamala would win, she would be the first woman president of USA. Also, she would have become the first woman African American president, and also the first Asian American president of United States. Kindly note that Kamala Harris, when she was swearing as the Vice President of United States in the year 2021, January 20th, she was said that in the history of United States, first African American, first Asian American, and the first woman to become the President of United States. So in that way, she is already holding records as the first Vice President of United States, being a woman, African American and Asian American. But further, when she was filing the nomination, everyone thought that this time there would be a change. Probably they could see a woman in the seat of the president. First African American woman and first ever Asian American. Back home in India also, Kamala Harris, people were praying because her mother is Indian. She is having Indian roots. So many commoners of India has anticipated that Kamala Harris would win the election. Several pujas, homas, several things were happened in India. But ultimately, it did not happen. The dreams of Kamala Harris are shattered. The supporters of Kamala Harris are shattered. Since the day when Kamala Harris filed the nomination, she was winning all the surveys. Every survey said that Kamala Harris would be overtaking Donald Trump. Of course, this is not the case with Joe Biden. When Joe Biden was the presidential candidate, every survey said that Donald Trump, probably even he is facing so many cases, he would still lead the presidential race because of Joe Biden's age. Probably Joe Biden could not handle the presidency of America further. But since the day when Kamala Harris has filed the nomination, she was there in the headline of the news. Everybody thought that Kamala Harris could become the first woman president of United States, but that did not happen. On the other hand, Trump was also not behind in the records. People said that if Trump wins, Trump would be the first former president to retain the presidency in the history of America, because Trump is now the ex-president of America, and nobody who lost the election once has either contested or even contested has lost the election. In that way, Trump has become the first ex-president to retain the presidency in the history of America. Initially, all the surveys has projected Kamala would be the clear winner. However, Trump has not lost his confidence. He fought till the end, and finally he emerged as a winner. He created history by becoming the first ever former president to retain his seat. Donald Trump has claimed victory in 2024 elections through the Electoral College, and after he was declared winner by several media houses and even the US House Speaker, he addressed his supporters with a message of reassurance. In his speech, Trump declared, "I won't let you down, America," signaling his commitment to fulfilling the promise he made during his campaign. Trump's statement has been met with excitement from his supporters who are celebrating what they view as a monumental political comeback. As a former president prepares to begin his next term, Trump emphasized that his focus would be on restoring American greatness, bolstering the economy, and ensuring national security. His victory speech reflects a tone of optimism and determination, with a strong focus on uniting the country under his leadership.
This campaign, a few names like Robert F. Kennedy Jr., he came in. And he's going to help make America healthy again. And now he's a great guy, and he really means it. He wants to do some things, and we're going to let him go to it. I just said, but Bobby, leave the oil to me. We have more liquid gold, oil and gas. We have more liquid gold than any country in the world, more than Saudi Arabia. We have more than Russia. Bobby, stay away from the liquid gold. Other than that, go have a good time, Bobby. We're going to be paying down debt. We're going to be reducing taxes. We can do things that nobody else can do. Nobody else is going to be able to do it. China doesn't have what we have. Nobody has what we have. But we have the greatest people also. Maybe that's the most important thing. This campaign has been so historic in so many ways. We've built the biggest, the broadest, the most unified coalition. They've never seen anything like it in all of American history. They've never seen it. Young and old, men and women, rural and urban. And we had them all helping us tonight, when you think. I mean, I was looking at it, I was watching it. They had some great analysis of the people that voted for us. Nobody's ever seen anything like that. They came from all corners, union, non-union, African American, Hispanic American, Asian American, Arab American, Muslim American. We had everybody, and it was beautiful. It was a historic realignment, uniting citizens of all backgrounds around a common core of common sense. You know, we're the party of common sense. We want to have borders. We want to have security. We want to have things be good, safe. We want great education. We want a strong and powerful military, and ideally we don't have to use it. You know, we had no wars. 4 years we had no wars, except we defeated ISIS. We defeated ISIS in record time. But we had no wars. They said, he will start a war. I'm not going to start a war. I'm going to stop wars. But this is also a massive victory for democracy and for freedom. Together we're going to unlock America's glorious destiny. We're going to achieve the most incredible future for our people. Yesterday, as I stood at my last stop on the campaign trail, I'll never be doing a rally again. Can you believe it? I think we've done 900 rallies approximately.
During his victory address at the Palm Beach County Convention Center, Donald Trump took a moment to thank his wife, Melania Trump, and his family for their unwavering support through the campaign. He expressed a deep appreciation for their dedication and encouragement. Trump also congratulated his running mate J.D. Vance, acknowledging his hard work and vital role in their successful campaign. The speech reflected a tone of gratitude as Trump recognized the contributions of those closest to him, while also celebrating the broader team effort behind his victory.
Detroit down to Houston.
Thank you very much. Wow. Well, I want to thank you all very much. This is great. These are our friends. We have thousands of friends in this incredible movement. This was a movement like nobody's ever seen before. And frankly, this was, I believe, the greatest political movement of all time. There's never been anything like this in this country, and maybe beyond. And now it's going to reach a new level of importance because we're going to help our country heal. We're going to help our country heal. We have a country that needs help, and it needs help very badly. We're going to fix our borders. We're going to fix everything about our country. And we made history for a reason tonight, and the reason is going to be just that. We overcame obstacles that nobody thought possible, and it is now clear that we've achieved the most incredible political thing. Look what happened. Is this crazy? But it's a political victory that our country has never seen before, nothing like this. I want to thank the American people for the extraordinary honor of being elected your.
During his address, the 78-year-old former President Donald Trump named several key individuals who supported his campaign, including the SpaceX CEO Elon Musk, whom he described as a star. Trump recalled how Musk has traveled extensively to campaign for him, even spending 2 weeks in Philadelphia to rally his support. He also shared his admiration for Musk's achievement, recalling SpaceX rocket launch and remarking that only Elon was capable of such things. As a crowd cheered, Trump expressed his affection for Musk, saying, "That's why I love you, Elon." Trump went on to praise Musk's use of the Starlink communication system following a recent hurricane in North Carolina, one of the key swing states in the election. "It was great. It saved a lot of lives." He saved a lot of lives, Trump said, emphasizing Musk's contribution. He also made a call to protect our super geniuses, stressing that America doesn't have many individuals like Musk and highlighting the importance of fostering such talents.
Control of the House of Representatives. And I want to thank Mike Johnson. I think he's doing a terrific job. Terrific job. I want to also thank my beautiful wife, Melania, First Lady. Who has the #1 best-selling book in the country. Can you believe that? Oh, no, she's done a great job. Works very hard to help people. So I just want to thank her. But I want to thank my whole family, my amazing children, and they are amazing children. Now, we all think our children are amazing. Everybody here thinks their children are amazing, but that's a good thing when you think they are. But Don, Eric, Ivanka, Tiffany, Barron, Laura, Jared, Kimberly, Michael, thank you all. What a help. What a great. My father-in-law, Victor, is tremendous, and we miss very much Melania's mother, Amalia. We miss Amalia, don't we, huh? She would be very happy right now, standing on this stage. She'd be so proud. She was a great woman, that one. Beautiful inside and out. She was a great woman. I want to be the first to congratulate our great, now I can say, Vice President-elect of the United States, J.D. Vance.
In his victory speech, Trump spoke about the challenges he faced, sharing that many people had told him that God spared his life for a reason. He embraced his belief, saying that the reason was to save the country and restore America to the greatness. Trump declared his commitment to fulfilling his mission, emphasizing that it was a collective effort and expressed confidence that they would achieve the goal of revitalizing the nation. His words resonated with his supporters who cheered in the agreement as he framed his victory as a part of the larger trade purpose. And that is the detailed report of the Trump triumph. Keep watching CVR News.
Our government and the choice between freedom versus tyranny.
Nobody has a chronic disease burden like we have. Why are we allowing this to happen to our children? Ultimately, the only thing that will save our country is if we choose to love our kids more than we hate each other.
What is going on here is deeper than politics. It is deeply spiritual. We are being called to rise above the hatred and the fear and the evil.
We need to remember above and beyond that we must love our neighbors, that we must treat other people as we hope to be treated.
You want to be a rebel? You want to be a hippie? You want to stick it to the man? Show up on your college campus and try calling yourself a conservative.
America is going to reach heights that it has never seen before. The future is going to be amazing!
Don't you want healthy children? Don't you want a president that's going to make America healthy again?
I come to you today as a former Democrat. I will be a first-time Trump voter tonight.
The people dreamed this country, and it's the people who are making America great again.
Making that new.
What will